back will come and be the closer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I prepared nothing because everything I was thinking of saying was coming from my head, and I thought, what I'm gonna do, Scotty? Like, how are you gonna do this? How are you gonna guide me? And he's like, roll with it. Just let it flow, because when it's from the heart and there's some pure intention involved, that's only good and from love, you can't really go wrong. In the end, when we all pass, that's a guarantee for all of us, we transition over, we're walking into a big unknown, and that is scary. And in the weeks where he and I were with T and Scotty every day for 11 weeks or something, I learned more about him in his true self. The true self that's not the, I can do blah, blah, blah. The one that was scared and that had a regret, but had so much love and felt like he just wasn't finished. And as it turns out, all the lights in the hotel room are going crazy. He's not finished. He's like all around. It's nuts. But I asked him, and that's what Rob heard him too. I think that what's to know about, Dina took my story, by the way. That whole wheelchair deal. That was my story. I lived it.
My story too. My story.
Dina fished for Bobby, and then it was Bobby came in, so it was my story. And I was story. Princess Thief. I think that if we really truly look at the impact that we want to have here on Earth when we're in these spacesuits, the soul never dies. It is a light on a thread that keeps going and going, and so every time you think of Scotty, that's life. It is an oxymoron to say that something alive dies. What's dead is dead, and what's alive remains alive. And so it's comforting, I think, to me to think that anyone that we've lost is still there with you. And I think that's kind of the whole message. I think that when I was talking about it with Court, saying I don't really know what to say, we kind of thought of this there's an acorn, and it's like this little nut, right? And when it falls from the tree, it gets smashed in the dirt and pushed down, and it's it doesn't know what's happening. It gets done and thinks it's broken and all in pieces. It has no idea or no vision to look up and say, oh, what's going to happen. That unknown is to walk into the mystery where God is. That's where he's at. He enters into the wound, and so we can put Band-Aids and stuff over our wound here and be sad that Scotty is not here, but know that it doesn't, that soul never goes away. It's the only eternal thing, and it comes with the energy of love, and everyone feels it, and when you know it, you know it. And that laugh is the most contagious thing in the world, and I miss him, and I adore him, and I gave him sponge baths, and I still adore him. He was mean. He was a dick, dude. He was a dick. But he was my brother, so I can say that, But you got to take the whole package and realize that. Literally. Yeah, he was a jerk.
The birdie you gave me the sponge bath.
Yeah, no, he made me wipe his butt. And I said, you can get that under part. He goes, you do it. And I'm like, are you serious? Carol's like, I'm not. I'm like, this is an unpaid position right here. This is just, where do you go from here? But within that mess is the magic. There's a nugget in there that comes from gross, mean, dirty, dark, but you mix it with the light. You can't know the light unless you recognize your own dark. So, anyway, I just think of the acorn and the big oak and think, God, I'm somewhere in between there. Just learning my lesson. So, I thank everyone for loving him and for everyone that showed up and helped him find that peace in the end.
Is that correct?
Well, you're not filming.